Basically, my theory is that the solar wind, which is charged particles that generate from the sun, react with the magnetic field around the Earth, generating huge amounts of electricity. So up there in the magnetosphere, there's enough electrical energy to supply all our energy needs for the whole world without burning any fossil fuels, no oil, no coal, no wind energy, no solar. Just that in the form of electricity is up there. All we got to do is get it down here. In order to get it down here, what we have to do is create an ionized beam that goes from the surface of the Earth here up to the ionosphere, which is a charged layer around the Earth. Once we get that ionized path established, we can draw huge amounts of electricity, and you can draw with just a small unit in your car. If you have an electric car, you'll never have to stop looking at it. This is actually radio waves. Radio waves are being generated by that ball, and the radio waves ionize the gas inside here. Your body acts like an antenna, so when you put your finger on it, it attracts, becomes the path of least resistance for the radio waves. Now, that beam that I'm creating there is an ionized beam inside there. It turns out this gas is very easy to ionize, and when you ionize it, it lights up.
What is the gas? I think
the gas in here is neon and argon.
Neon and argon.
This one is argon, this one is neon and argon, this one is krypton here. They're all inert gases. In other words, they don't burn. So they don't react with anything. Completely inert. This is a Tesla coil. Nikola Tesla came up with this many 100 years ago. And if I turn it on, this is an ordinary light bulb. And what happens is energy is radiating off the filament, and so we're getting wireless energy that's coming to this fluorescent tube. So the energy from here is being radiated through the air here, lighting up the fluorescent tube. I don't leave that on very long because I start to smell the ozone. So that windmill that you see out front is more than 30 years old. First model of the windmill that's out front, yeah. If I put a fan on this, if I put it on the floor, put a fan on it, it'll sail right into the fan.
The umbrellas actually open and close according to the amount of wind also, so it picks it up.
See them open up over there?
Yeah.
And then they're closed down over here, see? That makes a turn.
You want to talk a little bit about the engineering on this, please?
What happens is the wind catches the umbrellas, they open up, and then when they come around into the wind, they close down. So that gives you the most efficient wind use that you could have. You want a high resistance to the wind on one side and a low resistance on the other side. So when they're open, they have a high resistance, and the wind pushes that big wheel around. When they come back into the wind, they close down. I've had that mounted on a truck traveling at 50 miles an hour, and you'd think it would tear those umbrellas apart. But the interesting thing happens, it self-regulates. When it's going fast, they barely open up.
Yeah.
So it's self-regulating. You don't have to worry about how fast the wind goes. The higher the wind, the more energy you get out of it. Right now, those lights, if you can see those red lights in the back, when all four of them are lit, it's up to full power. Those little lights that are blinking in the back.
Yeah, see them, yeah.
It's up to full power when all four of them are lit, which they are now. So it doesn't take much of a breeze to make it work. That was the rear end of the little car I had. Most of those parts are all recycled parts. Yeah, the rear end of a Peugeot. And there's a generator on there. When the generator gets up to full power, then it starts charging a battery on it. So the extra energy is dumped into the battery. I use the red, white, and blue umbrellas because it attracts attention, see, so people coming by can see something's going on here.
What's your background?
Yeah, I'm an electrical engineer. I worked at Bell Telephone Laboratories for over 40 years. Retired now.
Very efficient with the way the gears were.
Yeah, I have it. See that big gear is a flywheel off an old Plymouth that I had. and if you look close in here, this is the flywheel off an old Plymouth. Okay. See the left gear here? That's to gear it up. So you have to spin the generator fast in order to get electricity.
Right.
And this is turning very slowly. So you can see it just a small bit. But watch as the wind catches it, this thing will really speed up. You know, all we need is a little gust of wind here. It's starting to... This is a motorcycle transmission to gear it up even more, to turn the generator. If you look in the top here, you can see the generator spinning around in there, even at this slow speed.
When you trail this on the highway, they probably think you're Rube Goldberg.
Believe it or not, we had this mounted on a big truck, and we drove it around Manhattan. You know, and these umbrellas were hitting buses and stuff on That was 30 years ago.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Electro-Harmonics is the company that I worked for at that time.
So this was assembled how many years ago then?
This is 30 years old, this umbrella.
Is it?
Yeah. At least 30 years old, maybe older. I had it stored in my barn, and when the mayor of Denville got me involved with this green committee,
Right.
and he wanted to have this Earth Day
Yes.
thing, I said, well, maybe I can restore the old umbrella. I got it out of the barn and put it back together and got it working again, mounted it on this trailer. So we'd have something today to show people.
Well, very nice. We thank you. Yeah, special.
Yeah, now it's up to 3/4 power there.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
Doesn't take much of a wind, no.
It's very efficient.
In fact, the higher you get it, if I could get it up on the roof of the building, it would work much better.
Yes. Take it down to the shore.
Yeah.
On a windy day.
Yeah, then you can really generate. That's the trouble. I had it mounted on my garage, but I never got enough wind. You don't get that much wind.
No.
Once in a while you get a good storm or something, and that's it. Almost up there now, yeah.
Which light is it lit up to?
This is 3/4 power here.
Up to the third one.
And if it just gets a little more wind, this one will light up. There it goes. There, now you got full power, see?
Now,
Oh, look at it go.
Sounds sweet
Yeah.
as it turns full power.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we got the wind, because otherwise it just sits here. Put the battery in here just to take the extra power, so when it gets up to full power, all the extra energy goes into the battery to charge the battery.
and then
Well, you can use it for various accessories.
energize
Power
other elements.
accessories, yes.
Right.